The Grand Admiral of the Kavar Empire stood before the holographic projection of Earth, a small blue planet on the outskirts of what the Empire considered worthless space. Admiral Veros had conquered 83 star systems, subjugated 17 species, and collected tribute from worlds far more advanced than this backwater planet. This would be routine. Transmit the standard ultimatum, he ordered. His communications officer complied, sending the message that had broken the will of countless civilizations. On Earth, the United Defense Council received the transmission with surprising calm. The message was simple. Earth would provide annual tribute of resources and workers or face annihilation. The Kavar Empire gave them 24 hours to respond. General Maria Thompson read the message twice before looking up at her colleagues. They have no idea what they've done, do they? The Defense Council consisted of representatives from every major nation. Despite their historical differences, the alien threat had united humanity like nothing before. We should send our response immediately, said Director James Liu of the Asian Defense Alliance. No need to wait the full 24 hours. Admiral Robert Garcia nodded. I agree. They expect fear. Let's show them something else. In orbit around Earth, 12 unmarked satellites silently adjusted their positions. They had been placed there decades ago after the first detection of the Kavar fleet moving through the galaxy, conquering as they went. Earth had been preparing. The Council drafted a simple response. We decline your offer. Leave our system immediately. When Admiral Veros received Earth's message, he laughed. It was not unusual for planets to show initial defiance. It made the conquest more satisfying. Prepare the first demonstration strike, he commanded. Target their largest military installation. What Veros didn't understand was that humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their military installations. It was what they had hidden in plain sight. The Kavar flagship launched a single projectile toward Earth, aiming for the North American Defense headquarters. Before it traveled even half the distance, it disintegrated in a flash of light. Veros blinked in confusion. What happened? His weapons officer stammered. Unknown, Admiral. The projectile, it just disappeared. Impossible, Veros snapped. Launch a full barrage. 5 more projectiles launched toward Earth. This time everyone on the bridge watched as each one vanished in succession. A transmission came from Earth. That was your only warning. Leave now. Veros felt the first twinge of unease. No civilization at Earth's apparent technological level should have been able to stop their weapons. Scan the planet. Find whatever defense system they're using. His science officer worked frantically, then looked up with wide eyes. Admiral, I'm detecting energy signatures unlike anything in our database. They're coming from what appear to be communication satellites. Communication satellites don't destroy warheads, Veros said dismissively. These do, replied his officer. And there's more. The energy readings are increasing. On Earth, General Thompson gave the order. Activate the Helios network. 12 ordinary-looking satellites that had posed as weather and communications equipment for decades began to glow with internal light. The Helios network had been humanity's secret project, developed in the shadows after the first alien signals were detected. Aboard the Kavar flagship, alarms blared. Energy surge detected, shouted the science officer. It's directed at our fleet. Veros had never retreated in his career. Shields at maximum, prepare to... He never finished his order. A beam of concentrated energy sliced through his flagships, shields as if they were paper, cutting the massive vessel in half. The remaining Kavar ships scrambled to respond, but the Helios network fired again and again, each beam precisely targeting critical systems. 3 more ships exploded before the rest began to retreat. Another transmission came from Earth. We warned you once. There will not be a second warning. The Kavar Empire is no longer welcome in this system or any system within 50 light-years of Earth. Spread the word. In the aftermath, as the surviving Kavar ships limped away, the United Defense Council met again. They'll be back, Admiral Garcia said grimly. And not alone. General Thompson nodded. Yes, but not for a long time. They'll need to rethink their strategy. By then we'll have expanded the Helios network. Director Liu studied the holographic display showing the retreating Kavar fleet. We should send expeditions to the nearby systems they've conquered. Those worlds might appreciate their freedom. And become our allies, added Representative Anna Volkov of the European Confederation. We need to start thinking beyond Earth now. For millennia, humanity had fought itself, nation against nation. They had developed weapons of terrifying destructive power, then spent decades figuring out how to make them more precise, more devastating. When they looked to the stars and realized they weren't alone, they didn't abandon those weapons. They improved them, disguised them, and waited. The Kavar Empire had expected to find an easy conquest. Instead, they found a species that had spent its entire history preparing for war without realizing it. 3 months later, a different alien vessel entered the solar system. It approached cautiously, broadcasting a message in multiple formats. We seek peaceful dialogue with Earth. We have heard what happened to the Kavar fleet. News had spread quickly through the galaxy. Earth hadn't just defeated an imperial fleet. They had done it with technology that seemed impossibly advanced compared to their apparent development level. The United Defense Council sent a welcoming response but kept the Helios network on standby. Humanity had learned an important lesson. In a dangerous galaxy, peace came through strength. Admiral Veros would never make another report to the Kavar Emperor. But if he could have, it would have contained one crucial piece of advice. Some wolves hide in sheep's clothing. And Earth was no sheep. It was a wolf that had been waiting for the hunt to begin.